Alright, so there's all these videos out now comparing Shopify dropshipping with Amazon FBA. Which one's better? I actually like to do both. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What's going on, y'all? I'm Braden Wuerch. I'm here to provide insane value to you guys every day to grow you personally and financially as well. Alright guys, so today I want to talk about how you can actually do Amazon FBA and Shopify dropshipping at the same time to actually help both be better. I actually started with a health and fitness blog that I utilized affiliate marketing and then quickly grew that brand into having a private label product with Amazon FBA. And then quickly, I also started a Shopify dropshipping store with that site and that brand as well. And I actually combined both Amazon FBA and Shopify dropshipping, and this actually worked out beautifully. So I want to actually go ahead, I want to talk about today the pros and cons of doing both FBA and dropshipping at the same time. And then I want to talk about how you can actually do both and be very successful with both, and actually by doing both how you'll actually become more successful because of it. So the first pro is that you're getting the best of both worlds. With Amazon FBA, you're going ahead and you're getting the ease of dealing with everything with Amazon and having Amazon deal with your customer service, everything like that. You're learning about what it takes to go ahead and private label or white label a product, which you guys know if you follow my channel, you know how much I talk about white labeling and private labeling. This is really how I started learning, and so you're actually going to get the best of both worlds because then if you're only to do Amazon FBA, now going ahead and learning how to create your own Shopify store and using a Shopify store to help boost the brand, and we'll go ahead and talk about that in a second. Number two, and this is a big one, you're getting two huge sales channels. So with Amazon FBA, now you're going to actually have a Shopify store where you're selling your product or products on that store as well, and you can be, doing Facebook marketing and Google AdWords to your store, which in my opinion is a lot better than running ads to an Amazon product page. So you've got, two sales channels, and then on the flip side, if you're doing, just Shopify dropshipping, now you actually have your product or products selling on the Amazon sales channel as well, which is a whole other audience. So you're getting two huge sales channels that frankly you wouldn't have if you're just doing one. Three, this is a huge one, the branding. So if you're doing just Amazon FBA, now with having a Shopify store, this boosts up your brand a lot because now you actually have somewhat more social proof. It actually looks like you're a legitimate brand. I've got a buddy who is very successful with Amazon FBA, and he has a Shopify store that does a lot of his sales, and frankly his brand story and everything comes out of the store itself, and the social media accounts attach and match the store, and so it just overall works better. And then if you've got a Shopify dropshipping store, same thing here. I mean, your branding is going to be better because now you've got private labeled products selling on Amazon FBA. Now you've got actual logo, your own packaging or custom packaging, everything like that. Same thing we talk about with white labeling, but now you've actually got it selling through Amazon. It's just, it's amazing to have this type of branding from both sides. Whether you were just doing FBA or just doing drop shipping, now you've got a ton more branding coming out of it. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about the cons. So the big con right off the bat is the cost. If you were just to do Amazon FBA, now you're actually going to have to have the cost of creating a Shopify store, and then you're going to want to go ahead and market using Facebook ads, everything like that, which you could be doing if you're doing FBA as well. From this side, coming from FBA, the added cost isn't going to be that much. If you were just drop shipping, doing Shopify drop shipping, now you have the cost of actually private labeling your product, and this can be as little as $700-800 all the way up to a few $1,000s depending on how much inventory you actually buy. So your cost is going up. Number two, you're actually going to have to go ahead and learn the way both things work. You're going to have to learn how to effectively do Amazon FBA, and you're going to have to learn how to effectively do Shopify dropshipping. So this can be a con for some, but this actually works out to be a pro for many people because this is how you separate yourself from the pack, and you actually do things quite a bit different, and you're going to learn different business practices with both that will really, really help you down the line and help your long-term success be greater. Number three, you're actually going to have to worry somewhat about countries. If you're selling your Amazon FBA products on your Shopify dropshipping store and you personally don't hold any inventory, you're holding at the FBA warehouses, sometimes you can't go ahead and ship from Amazon to certain countries. So you're going to need to be careful with your marketing and everything like that. One solution to this is if you do get a sale, out of a country that Amazon doesn't ship to for that certain product, then you frankly can just go ahead and refund the customer. Or the other solution, in my opinion, the better solution, is actually go ahead and you personally hold some inventory just in case those countries do come along, sales come out of those particular countries, and you'll just go ahead and ship it out yourself. This isn't a big con. It's just something you will have to keep in mind and get used to as you move forward. So now let's go ahead and talk about how you can actually go ahead and do this. Because this frankly is a lot different than what a lot of people talk about when talking about how to get started with FBA or talking about how to get started with Shopify. So the very first thing, I would go ahead and focus on which route you want to start with first. Do you want to start with creating a Shopify dropshipping store and then quickly going ahead and private labeling a product, having that in Amazon FBA warehouse, or do you want to start with Amazon and build a brand around that product? And frankly, that's how I started. I would say this is probably easiest. You're going to learn how to actually deal with suppliers. You're going to learn how Amazon works, everything like that, which is going to make your life somewhat easier when you go into the Shopify space. Plus, you're actually going to be able to know what your brand is about and everything for sure before you even start. And then if you already have sales with this product, you're starting your Shopify store with momentum. You're not going to have that time where you're trying to find winning products, everything like that. You'll already have sales going as long as you did everything right with your product research and market research and everything that you need to do for FBA. Either route you choose, you can make this work. So the big thing here is you want to go ahead and you want to create a great brand store. So with your Shopify store, you want to create a great store that really matches the brand and matches your brand story. This is where you really, really do want to come up with a brand story, because now you're actually able to really utilize the power of a brand. With AliExpress dropshipping, you can to an extent, but when you actually have your own private label products and you've got quick shipping from Amazon for certain products, this really helps your back end, and it'll help your brand presence and brand validity as well. So you want to have a good brand story. When people click on the About Us, have something pretty impactful that people want to get behind. When you actually use influencer marketing, choose influencers that align with your brand message and brand story. Everything you do, you want to align with your brand, what your brand's about, and the brand story itself. Keep in mind that if you're doing this hybrid approach, you're not going to have everything be private labeled. You're not going to be having everything through Amazon. What I recommend is actually starting with one product through Amazon. If that sells amazingly well through Amazon, great. If it doesn't, it's only going to help your Shopify store's brand presence and brand trust, because you actually do have products being held through Amazon. The reality is, especially starting out, the majority of your products are going to most likely be coming from AliExpress and be drop shipped, but your so-called brand power products will be private labeled, and those can be the ones that you either start with or grow into, but these are the products that essentially people are wearing your logo around, everything like that. So don't worry about only having one product, one SKU, whatever. Don't worry about that in the beginning, only being one and then everything else being drop shipping. That's fine. That's the whole point of this hybrid approach, is for you to get started doing both. And then, it's very fluid on which direction you can take. You can go ahead and end up holding a lot more inventory. Almost everything will become inventory held, whether that be white labeled or everything be private labeled. Or you can have the majority of everything stay drop shipped, with having your FBA products as well to help with the brand presence, everything like that. It's all fluid. Just whichever direction your brand takes, just be careful in which route you go with. So you're going to need to go ahead and get the app. You can go ahead and look on the Shopify store. There's a few great apps out there that will actually connect your FBA profile to your Shopify store, to where this is how you can go ahead and actually link your FBA products in your Shopify store. So it'll actually connect with Amazon and show the actual inventory that's left in Amazon, so you don't have to go through and manually update this. If you've only got 29 products left held in Amazon warehouses, it'll show that on the Shopify store. So if you ever run out of products, everything like that, And this is where then I recommend you go ahead and you create great photography for the product. You most likely will do this already if you've learned how to do FBA right. You know that you need great product photos for your FBA products. Well, now you can go ahead and have it on your Shopify store as well and create this as your top selling product or your best product, however you want to go ahead and showcase it. But this will really help the brand stand out. But just know that there's apps that connect Amazon and Shopify and make it super simple to do both at the same time. I highly, highly, highly recommend this approach. If you guys have any questions about this, I can go super in depth on a lot of this because there's some unique things you need to keep in mind when doing both at the same time, linked together under one brand. That's the whole point with this, guys. I talk about branding all the time. This is a very, very cool way and a very, very powerful way to build up your brand and build it up very quickly. If you guys found any value in this video, make sure to go ahead and do me a favor. Smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Leave a comment down below, guys. If you have any questions, I would love to help you out with this. Keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.